Francis, this baby's gonna be born any minute. I want you to do something for me.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to deliver the baby!
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most painfully hilarious moments when a TV baby decided to start making their entrance.
I'm Phoebe Buffet, and I have babies coming out of me.
Number 30, Bernadette Rostenkowski-Wolowitz, The Big Bang Theory. To be fair, either of Bernadette's labor stories could have made our list, but we're going with the first one.
Okay, I can do this. We have a plan. Somebody please tell me the plan.
I'll get the hospital bag.
I pull the van up.
Me outside in 2 minutes.
Team baby, go!
For starters, while most expectant parents may prefer to share this precious moment alone, Bernadette rolls into the hospital with an entourage. After a false start, they're sent home, where Raj drops a huge reveal that gets him booted from Team Baby.
All right, enough with the camera. What, this is not for me, this is for the baby. Someday she's gonna wanna see this. I'm sorry. Who's gonna wanna see this?
Meanwhile, Bernadette's slow labor delays Amy and Sheldon's annual night of passion, leading the birthday girl to hilariously quip,
"Yeah, but I thought this baby was supposed to ruin their sex life, not mine."
Eventually, the soon-to-be parents steal a moment alone before their bundle of joy arrives. Just a heads up to the medical staff. Approach Bernadette's cervix at your own risk.
Need to get the nurse?
No! If one more person puts their fingers near my uterus, I'm gonna cross my legs and snap them off!
Number 29, Zelina, Once Upon a Time. Pretending to be a midwife isn't quite the same as, actually training as one. But don't tell Zelina that.
You have to stay calm and breathe.
Shut up, I was a fake midwife, I know the drill.
Selena, why would Emma do this?
I have no idea.
Are you sure it was her?
Let's just say when the dark went off is you onion rings. Oh, don't eat them! Ah!
Last time we saw her, she was still in her first trimester, but it turns out that onion rings seasoned with dark magic can really speed a pregnancy along. Regina and Robin rush her to the hospital, where she encounters the very wry and questionably qualified Dr. Whale.
Someone scream for a doctor?
There is an angry baby inside of me. Get it out!
You know, the last time I delivered a baby, you tried to steal it. But why try to steal one when making one is so much more fun, right?
It probably doesn't help that Zelina and Whale have some past beef too. She may want that angry baby out of her, but we're guessing Dr. Whale wouldn't mind getting this irate patient out of his delivery room, preferably before she tosses him across it.
Oh my god, stop talking! Didn't I kill you the last time I was here?
No, you just threw me across the room. I hope that doesn't happen again this time. Okay, all business today. Got it.
Number 28, Wanda Maximoff, WandaVision. Each episode of WandaVision parodies a different era of classic sitcoms. Episode 3 takes us to the 70s, where Wanda and Vision brace themselves for parenthood.
Definitely pregnant.
Well, that much we figured.
It's just kind of taken us by surprise. Just kind of suddenly, quite suddenly, wasn't it? I mean, practically overnight.
True to sitcom tradition, Wanda's pregnancy defies all biological norms. Plus, her contractions are powerful enough to trigger a neighborhood-wide blackout. Additionally, the usual
I think my water just broke.
line takes an unexpected turn. Yeah, it does bring a whole new meaning to water birth. The episode pokes fun at the cliche of hiding pregnancies with props. Also, the arrival of a stork, yes, an actual stork, only adds to the hilarity.
So I'm trying every trick in the book to help this poor man. I'm hiding behind filing cabinets and jumping out when he least expects it, like boom!
And hey, why have just one baby when you can have surprise twins? It's double the chaos and double the laughs.
20 fingers and 20 toes. You've got 2 healthy baby boys on your hands.
Thank you, Doctor.
All in a day's work.
Number 27, Mary, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It's Christmas at the Tipton, every room is booked, and a heavily pregnant Mary seeks refuge from a snowstorm. What could happen?
Oh, the bags!
Hurry back!
Perhaps a kid who's just learned there's no chance of his parents getting back together, and his twin brother will join her in the elevator, which of course will get stuck. Cody thinks he's ready to help with the birth, but reality hits hard, shining as brightly as Rudolph's nose on Christmas Eve.
Okay, we're going to need boiling water, towels, twine, and scissors. Let me check the elevator gift shop. Oh look! There There isn't one!
Would we want to be stuck in an elevator with two 12-year-old birthing assistants? Probably not. But hey, it'll be a great story to tell her daughter someday.
One of you on the floor is enough. What should I do now? Catch the baby when it comes out. Oh, so not happening.
Luckily, the doors open just in time for the adults to take over.
Man, I'm never having kids.
Number 26, Vanessa Scott, My Wife and Kids. As Vanessa's due date nears, Michael jumps into action, crafting a plan complete with an actual script for the big moment.
Oh, another contraction has come. Please hurry. Please, please. I feel the baby coming.
Wait. That's not in the script.
I was ad-libbing.
Don't do that.
However, in sitcoms, as in reality, things don't always go according to plan. When Vanessa actually goes into labor, Michael's meticulously crafted plan goes right out the window.
Acting's a little over the top, hon, but I like the commitment. Look, she left a puddle outside as if her water broke.
My water did break! I'm having this baby now!
Screaming ensues, Junior tumbles down the stairs, Jay faints, and Michael unexpectedly finds himself delivering his own grandbaby, none of which was in his script. Plus, Vanessa's language turns out to be far more colorful than anything he could have penned.
If you don't shut up, you'll never breathe again.
Daddy, I'm scared!
And if you thought 12-year-olds were too young to assist with a birth, wait until you meet Franklin.
Okay, the baby just winked at me. What does that tell you?
It tells me you better get in the catching position.
It's chaotic, but one of the series' funniest moments. Number 25, Keiko O'Brien, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Note to anyone, human or otherwise, suddenly tasked with delivering a baby. It's not quite like commanding a Starship Enterprise crew.
I'm going into labor.
You cannot. This is not a good time, Keiko.
It's not open for debate. Like it or not, this baby is coming.
For one thing, the baby doesn't take commands from anyone just yet. Worf finds this out the hard way when Keiko goes into labor while they're already caring for injured crew members.
Your contractions are now only 30 seconds apart. Dilation has gone to 7 centimeters since the onset of labor. That did not take long.
It's easy for you to say.
Despite Worf's lack of obstetrics expertise, he's the only one available to assist her.
Why has it not begun?
I don't know. I don't think it's up to me. It happens when it happens.
Computer simulation was not like this. That delivery was very orderly.
Let's just say that if a textbook could deliver a baby, it might sound like this. His usual stoic demeanor, which might be perfect for running a spacecraft, proves comically out of place during childbirth.
Push, Keiko. Push hard. Push, Keiko. Push. Push. Push!
I am pushing!
He might not offer much comfort, but he gets the job done. Number 24, Gloria Stivic. All in the Family. Nothing ruins a romantic night like your partner having contractions before dinner is even served.
Let me see, 20 minutes would mean that the contractions are coming...
About 20 minutes apart.
Right. Okay. All right, we just, we're calm. We're calm.
One moment you're toasting to your lives together, and the next you're scrambling to get organized and borrowing money from your server to make a call.
I need this money here. Just, here. Take a few cents here. Let me have this. Grazie. Prego. She sure is.
Yes, Mike panics when Gloria goes into labor, but not as much as when he realizes she and the baby are trapped in a phone booth. While it might not be the ideal place to be stuck at such a crucial moment, at least her doctor is just a phone call away.
She's stuck! My whole family is stuck in a phone booth! Waiter, help me!
Even after they get her out of the phone booth and into a hospital, Mike remains a nervous wreck.
Keep calm, Mr. Stivic. We haven't lost a father yet.
You hear what she said, honey? We haven't lost a father yet. Isn't she terrific? Everybody's terrific. The whole thing's terrific.
Number 23, Cheyenne Lee, Superstore. The moment Amy's water broke certainly elicited some laughter from all of us.
Do you have any room in your car? I think maybe my water just broke.
Oh my God. No, you're not due for another 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
However, Cheyenne's labor story was a huge hysterical mess. A big chain store isn't exactly the ideal spot to have a baby, but hey, at least it's well stocked. For instance, Mateo gets sidetracked while gathering towels. We guess he wanted this baby to be born with style and comfort. Meanwhile, Garrett documents everything for the baby's dad, and customers still expect service.
You're doing great.
I'm right here.
Excuse me, miss. What's the difference between a sunblock and a sunscreen?
This is it. The baby's coming.
Just when you think things can't get any wilder, it turns out to be false labor.
The contractions stopped.
Oh, that's, It's Braxton Hicks, I guess. It's false labor.
I guess I should put on my pants now.
However, she ultimately gives birth in the store, and as she holds her daughter, she looks like she's on cloud 9. Number 22, Temperance Bones Brennan. Bones. Even going into labor can't slow you down when you're on the verge of cracking a case. Just ask Angela.
You've been jumping around all day, and when my water breaks, you don't even notice?
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's showtime!
Being in the middle of a prison riot while 9 months pregnant isn't ideal either. Sure, we've seen that false labor is a thing, just not this time.
Bones, you alright?
Yes, it's just Braxton Hicks contractions. I've been having them for the past month.
Okay, well then that's exactly why that we should...
Brennan!
So after apprehending their suspect's shoes, Bones suddenly shifts gears, urgently telling Booth they need to get to the hospital immediately.
Get his shoes. We have to run.
Why? Where are you going?
I'm in labor.
Right. She's in labor now. Labor! Bones!
With no time to find one, they stop at an inn, only to be told there's no room. Bones hilariously threatens to give birth right there on the lawn if they don't find her somewhere. Hey, you don't mess with Bones.
I'm about to push this baby out right now, and if you don't find me a place to do that, I'm gonna get out of this car, squat down on the lawn, and have this baby right here!
She'll squat on the lawn.
Number 21, Amy Santiago. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Always the professional, nothing can throw Amy off her policing game. During a borough-wide blackout, Captain Holt and Terry get trapped in an elevator, leaving Amy to take charge.
I need a pair of sweatpants and check again on that status update from ESU. All right, go, go, go!
What do you need the sweatpants for?
My water just broke, which reminds me we should be prepared to distribute emergency water and food.
Your water just broke!
Did her water just break? Yeah, but there's work to be done, and apparently it's nothing a fresh pair of sweatpants can't handle. While Amy keeps her sergeant hat on, Rosa times her contractions, and even Hitchcock and Scully manage to be surprisingly helpful.
I promise I will go to the hospital as soon as...
Amy, just make the noise. You're not fooling anybody.
Where's Jake, you might ask? Oh, just out keeping the streets of Brooklyn safe. While he's doing his best to get back to Amy, she's in, capable hands. It's just too bad that he misses the show.
Hey, I'm definitely distracted.
Number 20, Shirley Bennett, Community.
Okay, oh boy. Can someone please get every mop on campus?
Did you break water? Is that broken water?
Shirley goes into labor during the class's ridiculous anthropology finals. But with a food festival blocking the roads, she has no choice but to start delivering there and then. Most of the students sit and watch as if this is just a typical day in class.
We came so close to having one class that wasn't all about them.
Remember when they all took that fishing trip on St. Patrick's Day?
God, that was a good week.
Meanwhile, not all of Shirley's pals are coming off quite as well-meaning as perhaps they intend. Due to prior experience earlier in the season, Abed jumps into action, only Shirley isn't comfortable having him peek at her nethers.
I just need to take a look and see how far along you are.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Abed. I don't feel comfortable with you taking a grand tour of my nethers. I'd prefer if it's one of the girls.
So he guides Britta through it instead.
It's okay, ma'am. We can take it from here.
Guys, I got it. I'm in the zone. Okay, come on.
Well, we guess that's one way to earn an A+ in anthropology. Number 19, Gina's office friend, Martin.
Hang up, Tommy. We don't need him. We can do this, man. We're men. We can do this.
Martin says he'll help Gina throw a baby shower for her pregnant friend. But things take an unexpected turn when Gina gets caught up elsewhere, and an additional guest decides to make an appearance. With Tommy and Cole by his side, Martin gears up in rubber gloves and a shower cap to help deliver Thomasina's baby.
Steady. Systolic and diastolic normal. Cole, where'd you get that from? Me and Moms was watching Doogie Howser last night.
In a hilariously ridiculous moment, he catches the infant as it flies across the room. Funnier still is his response when Tommy asks about the umbilical cord.
Where's the umbilical cord? Damn it, Tommy! We don't need an umbilical cord. This is TV.
And somehow it just gets more absurd from there. There's nothing more comical than a show that acknowledges how unrealistic TV births can be.
I gotta wash the baby. I know this on emergency.
Number 18, Petra Solano, Jane the Virgin.
It's not a big splash like they show on TV.
Does it feel like you're peeing?
Yep, just feels like you're peeing.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm peeing.
Right.
After Jane's dreamy birth story, the writers decided that Petra's needed to be a bit more action-packed and humorous. So unlike her frenemies' euphoric experience, almost anything that can go wrong does. With only Jane around to help, this storyline focused on the rocky relationship between the two and how that dynamic changes as a result. After all, having your frenemy as a birthing partner is the perfect opportunity to share exactly what's on your mind.
5 minutes of pain for a lifetime of happiness.
Masz mozek wciotla, bo kramy.
Petra eventually delivers twin girls, Anna and Elsa, definitely not named after the Frozen characters. As for the hostility with Jane, perhaps motherhood will help her let it go.
Sorry I called you all those horrible names.
You didn't.
Oh, I did. Trust me, it was just in check.
Number 17, Amy Duncan, Good Luck Charlie.
1 week ago, the new baby was due. Let's see how that baby's doing now.
I want you out.
With the baby overdue, the family tries to prevent Amy from giving birth on Charlie's birthday. But as we all know, it's kind of hard to predict when these things might happen. For starters, you probably wouldn't choose an ice cream truck as a location to give birth if you could.
Emergency? This calls for the fast-paced music.
And you might want a medical professional around rather than your easily stressed husband and teenage daughter.
Dad, I don't know how to deliver a baby.
Honey, you just gotta help me.
However, when Teddy's car runs out of gas on the way to the hospital, they're left with no alternative. No one handles the stress worse than Bob, but he finds a pretty sweet way to deal with it.
Baby's close. How much further?
You're not helping yourself to any freebies back there, are you, Bob?
I'm a stress eater, Pete.
Number 16, Carla Espinosa, Scrubs. They might work at a hospital, but JD and Turk are clueless when it comes to childbirth.
He's here, and now we can have our baby!
Okay, Brown Bear, commence Operation Brown Cup.
For one thing, they seem to forget that it's actually Turk and Carla who are having the baby. While they're busy celebrating with fanfare and forgetting essential items, Elliot steps up to help Carla in her time of need. Not wanting to be outshone, Turk plans to make a hero's comeback, only for that to backfire too.
Hey, baby, I know things haven't exactly gone smoothly so far, but I promise you I'm about to make it up to you.
Meanwhile, Ted manages to live stream the event across the hospital.
Greatest show ever.
Ultimately, Turk comes through for Carla, even finding the upside to getting his hand stuck in an ice machine.
Turk, you're here. I'm so hot.
Don't sweat it. I got you.
Number 15, Fran Fine, The Nanny.
Okay, don't panic. Don't panic. Eventually they'll notice that we're missing and they'll come and find us.
Oh my God, what happens if I go into labor?
When a heavily pregnant woman enters an elevator with arguably the worst birthing partner imaginable, you can guess what's about to go down. For Fran, there's no one worse than Cece, who smokes, drinks, and deliberates over her own relationship, all while ignoring Fran, who is by now laying on the elevator floor. In fact, it's Fran who ends up reassuring Cece rather than the other way around. Eventually, music brings the ladies together, with Fran's contractions providing some unexpected harmonies.
So for at least until tomorrow, never fall in love again.
Also, let's not forget that Cece and Niles end up getting married over Fran's hospital bed while she's still in labor.
Hopefully, don't we're about to have 2 more guests at the wedding. Say I do!
I do!
Number 14, Rachel Green, Friends.
Ross, we've tried all the spicy food. It's not working.
Poor Rachel. She's overdue, uncomfortable, and in labor for most of the 2-part season 8 finale. But with the baby in no rush to come out, she must now also endure an array of colorful roommates, including one familiar face.
Weirdest thing, did I hear? Mother of God, it's true.
All the other women come and go while she's barely dilated. However, the baby seems to pick her moments and decides it's time to come out just as her mom is on her last nerve. The birth doesn't go any smoother, with Ross almost getting knocked out by the mother of his child.
You have no idea how much this hurts.
Hey Ross, maybe now is not the time to complain about your pain. Number 13, Quinn Fabray, Glee.
Mama.
My daughter is having a baby.
But now I've gone and thrown it all away.
Wait!
While this one may not have been intentionally written to make audiences laugh, it certainly succeeded. For some inexplicable reason, the writers decided to have Quinn's labor progress in tandem with Vocal Adrenaline's performance of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's just say that the result isn't perhaps quite as dramatic as they had hoped for. Instead, it cuts back and forth between the two events, with Quinn even filling in some of the lyrics. Well, at least the parts of Vocal Adrenaline's performance we get to see are pretty impressive. Also, props to Quinn for delivering a baby in the time it takes to sing this Queen classic.
Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Number 12. Scream to Music, Murphy Brown.
I made it. Any baby yet?
No. Where the hell have you been, Frank?
This Emmy-winning episode managed to be both progressive and funny, but was considered rather controversial for its time. Even though she's a single mother, Murphy is surrounded by her well-meaning, albeit slightly useless friends. For instance, Frank didn't end up packing her anything she actually needed, and Jim wants minimal involvement.
Here's your bathing suit.
This is great. And what a coincidence. I was just thinking how I wanted to put on all my underwear and staple something.
There's also a unique sense of humor here that wasn't often seen in shows of its time, likely due to its two female writers. This episode has the perfect balance of sentimentality with comedy interspersed in all the right moments. Number 11. Lily Aldrin, How I Met Your Mother.
I hope Marshall's close. Cube me.
I'm on my way, Lily Pad.
Mid-birth is not the best time to suggest baby names. Ending their 7th season on a frantic and packed note, this episode sees Lily finally go into labor, but is so stubborn about going to the hospital with Marshall that she refuses to leave until Ted and Robin end up distracting her enough to leave.
I'm on it. Lily, spread your legs. I'm going to see if we can see the hooves, the snout, the head.
With Marshall trying to get back to Manhattan after being stuck in Atlantic City, he ends up getting Barney's help for the way home, but not without a baby naming condition.
The name is, wait for it.
Arriving in the nick of time, Lily loves the condition, naming their son Marvin, wait for it, Erickson.
Marvin, wait for it, Erickson.
That is the coolest middle name of all time.
Number 10. Bree and Danielle Vandekamp, Desperate Housewives.
I expressly forbid her from coming tonight. Who does she think she is?
This isn't exactly the kind of horror you typically associate with a birth. Playing an easily convincing pregnant mom for a Halloween party, Danielle is playing with guests right until Bree throws her out for her own good.
You make a scene, ha! That's a laugh.
What's wrong? I think my water just broke.
A little too late, however, as Danielle's water breaks mid-argument, forcing Bree to act as the problem-solving mother instead. Moving houses, they ask Orson to deliver the baby first before realizing he's both extremely underqualified and very drunk.
You're a dentist. What if there are complications?
Should an emergency arise, we will simply call an amulet.
A what?
Ambulance.
How many rum punches did you have?
Finding the best person for the job, Bree grabs Adam, who hobbles over in a Frankenstein outfit, delivering the baby all while in costume to the fright of local children. Number 9. Looking Too Much. Everybody Loves Raymond.
I just thought that since you're a cop, maybe we could walk a little faster, like right through the red light.
Training doesn't always prepare you for the emotions of a situation. Driving a very pregnant Deborah to the hospital, Robert and Ray start fighting as they get stuck in traffic on the bridge.
Wait a minute, Robert, which way you going? This is the LIE. I said to take the bridge.
Right as they stop, Deborah's contractions kick into high gear, and they're forced to deliver the baby on the road. Robert takes over with his emergency training, putting himself into an incredibly awkward point of view. Screaming at Ray for his unbearably protective instincts, Deborah tears into him to get Ray under control. Realizing in shock that Deborah's not even giving birth, everyone gets back to their seats in awkward silence.
Maybe it's not hurting so much anymore.
Will you stop looking then? Stop looking!
Number 8. Pam Beesly, The Office.
Why don't I just run you down to the hospital and just do a quick check?
Not till midnight.
Getting involved can go way too far. When Pam's contractions finally become too much, she tries to call off the whole birth before Jim reassures her to go, with Kevin and Michael getting way too personal with him.
We're gonna have a baby. So let's have it at the hospital.
Let's do that.
Grabbing their gear, Jim and Pam head to the elevator right as work gets out, with Stanley running to grab the elevator behind them.
Hold it.
Come on, Stanley. Okay. We're going
nope,
now.
One more.
No, out, idiot.
Dwight's unnecessary role as escort gets particularly hairy as he gets pulled over for impersonating a police officer, even throwing away weapons in the process. Pulling into the hospital, Michael even takes an ambulance's parking spot.
You can't park here. I just did.
Number 7. Meter running. Frasier.
You're pregnant?
Yes.
Ow! Oh, well, don't panic, It may just be false labor.
Hopping in a taxi after Frasier's fancy car breaks down, Martin, Niles, and Frasier stop bickering just in time to talk to their cab driver and discover her water broke.
My water just broke. I'm sitting here in a puddle of water.
Pulling over while trying to save his shoes, Niles takes the first stab at delivering the driver's baby, revealing he fainted in medical school.
Sorry, I only did this once before in medical school, and all I remember is a bright light and lots of blood and then a linoleum floor hurtling toward my forehead.
Frasier takes over, soothing the driver's breathing down while annoying her with his incessant nitpicking.
Not that your lower portion is messy at all. It's quite beautiful, actually. Not that I'm looking. Is the pain that bad?
No, you're driving me crazy!
Martin finally takes over, clearly the most level-headed and qualified, setting the boys to work before Niles chimes in about their meter.
And I'm gonna get ready to bring your beautiful baby into this world, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, are there any questions? Yes, should our meter still be running?
Number 6. Rebecca Donaldson. Full House.
Hey, everybody, this is it. Becky's ready to have the twins.
Going into labor 3 weeks early at a party, Becky is forced to leave Michelle's Flintstones birthday to go to the hospital.
Jess, why don't you just stick a sign on my back that says wide load?
Jesse starts freaking out in the waiting room, noticeably pained enough to time his own contraction along with Becky's. Ending up in surgery for appendicitis, he has Danny swap in, who coaches Becky through her birth with a hilarious rendition of We Will Rock You.
We will rock you. Sing it.
Wheeled back in on anesthesia, Jesse arrives just in time to see his new twins born, while deliriously singing and goofing around on the drugs.
Having my baby.
Come on, you're doing great. I can see the head. Rebecca.
Whoa!
Shut up.
Number 5. Lois, Malcolm in the Middle.
No, honey, I don't want you to get too excited, but I think you should come home now because I'm having the baby.
What?
In one of the most chaotic scenes, Lois goes into labor with only her awful mother, Frances, and Hal's poker buddies for help. Meanwhile, Hal and the boys get themselves into a predicament that lands Hal in the hospital and unable to reach his wife. While Lois tries to cope with labor pains through the pandemonium, Hal hallucinates all sorts of wacky scenarios, and the boys decide to go and learn more about birth and babies. Ultimately, it's Frances who ends up having to deliver the baby.
Now you're going to put your hands inside of Mommy and take out this baby.
The episode ends with the brothers taking their duties extremely seriously, while the baby's gender remains deliberately unknown. Number 4. Phoebe Buffay. Friends.
I'm Phoebe Buffay, and I have babies coming out of me.
Phoebe handles being in labor pretty much how she handles everything else, with surprising and remarkable positivity.
No, none of them are the father. The father is my brother.
Okay.
Contractions? No problem. Your scheduled doctor can't come? Sure. Your substitute doctor has an affinity for the Fonz? Maybe this won't be so easy.
Fonzie is the nickname of Arthur Fonzarelli. The Fonz.
In the end, though, the doc knows what he's doing, even if he has some unorthodox ways to get into the zone to deliver. Phoebe powers through and gives birth to Frank Jr. Jr., Leslie, and Chandler, who turns out to be a girl.
Hey, where's his thing? Chandler's a girl!
It's a birthing scene worthy of 2 thumbs up and an enthusiastic A. Number 3. Vivian Banks, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What a novel idea, that little bell.
Pregnancy rarely deals out this much aggression, annoying her entire family with her incessant bell ringing.
Stop with the damn bell!
Aunt Viv brings the entire family together against her.
Please, Diva needs to get her butt out of Bel Air a little more often.
Getting to the hospital ahead of the family, Vivian is already ready to deliver when everyone arrives. Running into the rest of her kids, Phil gets directions to Viv and jumps into action so fast that he barrels right over a stretcher and crashes right onto the floor in his frantic stress. Number 2. Gloria Delgado Pritchett, Modern Family. The only proper way to crash a birthday is with another birthday. After planning a whole party and special day for Manny, Gloria's water breaks in the middle of the events, with Jay saving the day by getting Gloria to the hospital and ordering pizza for the rest of the guests.
No way! She peed! Her water broke.
As family arrives, they hear screaming and run to what they presume will be a screaming Gloria.
Oh my gosh! It's happening!
They enter to find Jay screaming as Gloria crushes his hand, and Manny convinces his mom to stop holding the baby in, making for a briefly touching moment before understanding his dad's pain when she grabs his hand too.
Oh, that's a strong grip.
That's it.
She's getting close.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Lucy Ricardo, I Love Lucy.
Hello, Ethel. Ethel, will you do me a favor? Could you and Fred come up here for a few minutes? Well, the doctor said it would be any minute now, and Ricky's driving me crazy.
No matter how much planning you put in, sometimes the universe has other ideas. With Lucy ready to pop at any moment, Ricky is unhinged in his anxiety, quickly roping in Fred and Ethel to his madness.
You carry the suitcase. Right. I'll look after Lucy. I'll get her coat, see that she gets downstairs all right, and we'll hail a cab.
Starting rehearsals for Lucy's birth, Ricky sets everyone a job, with Ethel on the phone, Fred carrying her bag, and him managing his pained wife. Oblivious to the rehearsals, Lucy comes in ready to go.
Ricky, this is it.
This is it!
Put into a frenzy, Ricky is knocked into the couch, having to do all the jobs in one hilarious mess. Ricky even forgets Lucy in the struggle and hurts himself along the way. Which TV labor delivered the laughter for you? Let us know in the comments.
Fred, there's something I think you ought to know.
Not now. Wilma's the important thing.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Wilma isn't here.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.